One of the witnesses we had testify is Justin Cooper. And Justin Cooper at the time was a Clinton Foundation employee, and he helped set up the system. And so he worked for both Bill Clinton and the foundation, and he worked on the system with Brian Pagliano, who was a State Department employee, who worked on the side supposedly for Hillary Clinton on this email issue. Pagliano's taken the Fifth Amendment. So Cooper came in and was deposed by us. And you know, it's interesting. He comes in and he says, well, did you talk to the basically Clinton world before this deposition? And who did he talk to? Cheryl Mills, the week before. Who was Cheryl Mills, you may ask? Cheryl Mills was Hillary Clinton's #2 at the State Department, I think her chief of staff. Goes back all the way to the Clinton White House with her, very close. She knew about the Clinton email setup. And Judge Lamberth, who I say gave us the discovery, criticized the DOJ. I want to read you at length what he thought about Cheryl Mills. Judge Lamberth, late last year, criticized the DOJ, saying he was dumbfounded by the Inspector General report. Remember the big IG report about some of the Clinton email issues, revealing that Mills had been given immunity and was allowed to accompany Clinton to her FBI interview. Remember, there was a controversy. Why was Cheryl Mills, a witness, allowed to come into the interview as Hillary Clinton's lawyer? And this is what Judge Lamberth said at the hearing. I remember it. I was there at the hearing. I did print out and read that 500-page report when I got it, and I was actually dumbfounded when found out in reading that report that Cheryl Mills had been given immunity because I had myself found that Cheryl Mills had committed perjury and lied under oath in a published opinion I had issued in a Judicial Watch case where I found her unworthy of belief, and I was quite shocked to find out she had been given immunity by the Justice Department in the Hillary Clinton email case. So I did not know that until I read the IG report and learned that, and she had accompanied the secretary to the interview. And the ruling he's referencing is another Judicial Watch lawsuit that included Hillary Clinton as a defendant over the FBI files misuse. Remember Filegate? Well, there was a Clinton email issue then too, because the Clinton White House wasn't capturing all the emails it should have captured for searches, and they didn't tell anyone about it. So you had special counsels and Judicial Watch and Congress asking the White House for emails, and they're saying, oh, we're searching. But they didn't tell anyone they weren't searching entire sets of emails. And they knew it, and they withheld it. And Lamberth, after we took a lot of time examining this issue in his court, said that Mills and Mills was a White House counsel at the time, White House lawyer, called Mills' participation in the matter, quote, loathsome. He further stated Mills was responsible for the most critical error made in this entire fiasco. Mills' actions were totally inadequate to address the problem. This is about emails. And you're telling me that Cheryl Mills and Hillary Clinton didn't know about the impact of her email bathroom server, whatever you want to call it? So Justin Cooper, by the way, the person who's testifying, he's the one who talked about the hammers. Hammering Hillary Clinton's personal devices. And Cooper also contradicted Huma Abedin. Abedin testified to us in another case on the Clinton email issue. Abedin told us, and she was a deputy at the State Department, very close to Hillary Clinton as well. I told you about the Wiener laptop emails. Her husband had her, she was one of the only people on the Clinton email server. It was her, as best we can tell, Hillary Clinton, and Chelsea Clinton. So there were only 3 people, they tell us, were on the server. When Cooper was asked who approached him about creating the ClintonEmail.com account, Cooper answered, it would have been a discussion with Huma Abedin. Cooper also testified that Abedin was his primary contact regarding the choice of the domain name that was registered I believe, in January 2009. Cooper's testimony is at odds with her Abedine's testimony to Judicial Watch, where she said that she became aware of the server through reading in some news articles, shortly before her testimony, when it was publicly discussed. Cooper said he couldn't recall whether Clinton had any input on the creation of the domain name. Now, he also testified there were two servers. There was the Apple server, and then they moved material off the Apple server to what is called the Pagliano server. He doesn't remember whether that Apple server had all the material wiped from it. Isn't that interesting? And when Cooper was asked to testify about how many email accounts he created for Clinton, he said, to the best of my recollection, 2 or 3. And guess what? His legal bills were paid by Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, because he testified to Congress and negotiated a settlement where the Clintons paid his legal bills. And someone told him it was a bad idea. We didn't know who it was that Hillary Clinton be part of this server that was being set up. And you know who told him it was a bad idea? Because we found it out in the testimony. It was in his 302 that he talked to someone about it, but the FBI wouldn't give us the name. Well, he said it was Doug Band, who was close to Clinton, the Clinton Foundation official, and an advisor to Bill Clinton, and a business partner at one point. So Doug Band, who, by the way, was the go-between between the Clinton Foundation and the State Department during Clinton's tenure in that play-to-play operation, where Clinton Foundation donors and supporters were getting special favors from the State Department. Doug Band was sending all the emails to Huma Abedin, who was on the system. And it helps explain why he didn't want Hillary Clinton on that system, because he knew what he was doing. Because they started the pay-to-play operation almost immediately upon her becoming Secretary of State. So all of this is informative. It highlights the need for further investigation by prosecutors, frankly. But again, it's Judicial Watch who's doing this because a federal court wants answers on this. So the next time you hear someone say, why are you still concerned about Hillary Clinton? Well, we're concerned because we're Judicial Watch and we know what you did and we want as much accountability as we can. But remember, a federal court judge shares our concern.